What if I told you there's a place on Earth where the water glows electric blue in the dark, or a valley that erupts in a carpet of 50 million flowers overnight? From hidden lagoons that defy physics to ancient forests older than human civilization, we've scoured every continent to find nature's most jaw-dropping masterpieces. Stick around, because number one is a location so surreal, NASA actually uses it to test equipment for Mars. But before we reveal it, smash that subscribe button and drop a comment telling us which country you think has the most beautiful landscapes. Let's dive in. Imagine walking through a landscape that looks like a fantasy movie set, except it's completely real. Plitvice Lakes National Park in Croatia is home to 16 terraced lakes connected by over 90 waterfalls, all flowing into each other in a natural cascade that stretches across nearly 300 square kilometers. The water here is so clear, you can see fish swimming 30 feet below the surface, and the minerals create colors ranging from azure to gray to deep emerald green, depending on the angle of sunlight. Here's the crazy part. The park's travertine barriers, those natural dams creating the waterfalls, actually grow taller every year as minerals deposit and moss turns to stone. You're literally watching geology happen in real time. About 1 centimeter of new rock forming annually. Picture mountains that look like they've been painted with every color in a sunset. And you've got Zhangye Danxia landform in China's Gansu province. These rainbow mountains cover over 500 square kilometers and feature layers of red, yellow, orange, green, and even blue sandstone that look airbrushed by a giant artist. Scientists say these vibrant stripes formed over 24 million years as different minerals oxidized in ancient riverbeds, then got compressed and tilted by tectonic plate movement. Some peaks soar over 600 meters high. That's twice the height of the Eiffel Tower, and the colors shift dramatically depending on whether it's just rained or bone dry. The wildest detail? Local legend says the mountains change color throughout the day, and geologists confirm the appearance actually does shift as sunlight hits the mineral deposits at different angles. What if you could walk on the sky? Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia is the world's largest salt flat, spanning over 10,500 square kilometers, an area bigger than the entire country of Lebanon. During the rainy season, from November to March, a thin layer of water transforms this ancient lakebed into the world's largest natural mirror, perfectly reflecting the clouds and sky so precisely you literally can't tell where the ground ends and heaven begins. This place contains 10 billion tons of salt and sits at an elevation of 3,600 meters, higher than 10 stacked Statue of Liberties. Here's the mind-blowing part. Beneath this white expanse lies 50 to 70% of the world's lithium reserves, meaning the batteries powering electric cars and smartphones might one day come from this otherworldly landscape. Flamingos migrate here annually, creating pink dots against infinite white. Imagine standing on a piece of rock jutting horizontally out of a cliff face, 700 meters of empty air beneath your feet, with a glacial lake spread out like liquid sapphire below. Trolltunga, meaning troll's tongue in Norwegian, is a slab of cliff that extends roughly 10 meters outward, with nothing supporting it but ancient geological forces. This death-defying platform formed over 10,000 years ago, when glaciers from the last ice age retreated, leaving this horizontal shelf of Precambrian rock suspended in midair. The hike to reach it is 28 kilometers round trip, taking most people 10 to 12 hours, equivalent to climbing about 900 meters in elevation gain, roughly 3 Empire State Buildings stacked vertically. The insane detail? Engineers have determined the rock can support the weight of 8 African elephants simultaneously, yet no safety barriers exist. You're just you, the rock, and a very long drop into Ringdalsvatnet Lake. Step into a crack in the earth where sunlight behaves like liquid gold, pouring through narrow openings and illuminating stone walls that flow like frozen waves. Antelope Canyon in Arizona is a slot canyon carved entirely by flash floods over millions of years, with some sections so narrow you can touch both walls simultaneously. Yet the canyon reaches up to 40 meters deep in places. The Navajo name for upper antelope is Tsay Big Honey Lini, meaning the place where water runs through rocks. And those flash floods still pose a deadly threat, with the canyon completely off limits during monsoon season from July to September. Here's what makes photographers travel worldwide to shoot here. Between March and October, when the sun reaches the perfect angle around midday, beams of light penetrate the narrow openings and become visible in the dusty air, creating pillars of illumination that last just minutes. The sandstone walls display impossible shades of orange, red, and purple because of iron oxide and other minerals compressed over 190 million years. Picture 3 massive granite towers exploding out of the Patagonian landscape like the Earth's spine breaking through its skin, reaching heights of nearly 2,800 meters, almost as tall as 3 Burj Khalifa skyscrapers stacked on top of each other. Torres del Paine National Park in Chilean Patagonia covers over 240,000 hectares of glaciers, turquoise lakes, and windswept plains, where gusts regularly exceed 120 kilometers per hour, strong enough to literally knock you off your feet. The iconic 3 towers, called Torres del Paine, were formed 12 million years ago by magma pushing up beneath sedimentary rock, then exposed over eons by glacial erosion that's still happening today at a rate of several centimeters per year. The shocking detail that'll blow your mind? The entire park experiences 4 distinct seasons in a single day. You can wake up to snow, hike through sunshine by noon, battle hurricane-force winds in the afternoon, and watch sunset through rain, all before dinner. Pumas roam freely here, with one of the highest concentrations on Earth. What does paradise actually look like? Bora Bora is a volcanic island surrounded by a lagoon so impossibly blue it looks photoshopped, protected by a barrier reef that creates water calm enough to see every grain of white sand 30 feet below your kayak. The island's centerpiece, Mount Otomanu, rises 727 meters from the center, a dormant volcano that last erupted over 3 million years ago, now covered in lush tropical forest. The lagoon itself covers roughly 54 square kilometers and contains over 700 species of fish, rays, and sharks that glide beneath overwater bungalows perched on stilts. Here's the detail that makes this place truly special. The water temperature stays between 26 and 29 degrees Celsius year-round, exactly the same temperature as human skin. So when you swim, you literally can't feel where your body ends and the ocean begins. The island receives over 4,000 tourists monthly, yet strict building codes ensure no structure stands taller than a coconut palm, preserving views that Polynesians have witnessed for over 3,000 years. Imagine the entire sky transforms into a cosmic dance floor, where ribbons of green, purple, pink, and red light ripple and pulse like living curtains, moving so fast you can literally watch them shift in real time. The Aurora Borealis, best viewed from Iceland between September and April, occurs when electrically charged particles from solar storms travel 93 million miles from the sun and collide with gases in Earth's atmosphere at speeds exceeding 6 million kilometers per hour. These collisions happen roughly 100 kilometers above your head, about twice the cruising altitude of commercial airplanes. Yet the most intense displays are visible from over 1,000 kilometers away. The colors tell you which gas is being excited. Green means oxygen at lower altitudes, red means oxygen higher up, and blue or purple indicates nitrogen. Here's the wild part. While you're watching the Northern Lights, astronauts on the International Space Station see them from above as glowing rings around the polar regions. Icelandic folklore claimed the lights were reflections from the armor of Valkyries riding across the sky. And honestly, that's not far from how magical they actually feel. Picture a cathedral carved entirely from swirling blue and white marble, where the walls, ceiling, and floor all reflect water so turquoise it glows like neon. And you found the marble caves on the shores of General Carrera Lake in Patagonia. These caves have been sculpted over 6,000 years by waves eroding calcium carbonate, creating smooth, undulating patterns that look like frozen waves or abstract art painted by nature itself. The caves stretch for several kilometers along the lakeshore, with some chambers large enough to fit a school bus, while others narrow to passages you navigate by kayak. The water gets its electric blue color from glacial flour, microscopic particles of rock ground down by glaciers and suspended in the lake, which is the second largest in South America, at over 1,800 square kilometers. Here's what makes this place truly bizarre. The cave formations and watercolor change dramatically with the seasons and lake water levels, meaning the caves you see in December look completely different from the ones in June. Accessible only by boat and virtually unknown until recent decades, you're exploring something most of Earth's 8 billion people will never witness. Welcome to the most alien-looking place on Earth, a landscape so bizarre that 1/3 of its plant species exist literally nowhere else on the planet. Socotra Island, isolated from mainland Africa for over 20 million years, sits in the Indian Ocean and hosts dragon's blood trees that look like flying saucers balanced on trunks, desert roses with bloated bases storing water, and cucumber trees with bark that peels like human skin. The dragon's blood tree, which can live over 600 years, bleeds dark red resin when cut, used for centuries as medicine, dye, and varnish. The island stretches 135 kilometers long and hosts over 725 species found nowhere else, giving it a higher percentage of endemic species than the Galapagos Islands. NASA scientists literally study Socotra as an analog for potential plant evolution on other planets, because the isolation created such unique adaptations. Here's the jaw-dropping fact. Because the island separated from Africa during the Miocene epoch, these plants evolved completely independently, making Socotra essentially a time capsule showing what Earth might have looked like 20 million years ago. You're not just visiting another country, you're stepping onto another world without leaving this one. But here's the bonus twist that'll make your brain explode. Scientists estimate only 5% of Earth's ocean floor has been mapped in detail, meaning there are likely hundreds of jaw-dropping underwater landscapes we haven't even discovered yet. The most beautiful place on Earth might still be waiting to be found. If you loved this countdown, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next mind-blowing list. And drop a comment right now. Which of these 10 places would you visit first if money was no object?